Hello and welcome to our first video review for the Collectors Club of Great Britain, and what a way to start it off with a look at the Transformers Masterpiece Series MP-9B or Black Rodimus Convoy. Before we crack out the figure, we'll take a look at the box and give a little history about the model. First of all, it's actually a repaint of the Masterpiece version of Rodimus Prime, the heroic Autobot leader who takes over briefly after Optimus Prime snuffs it in the 1980s animated movie. Repaints are fairly popular for the Masterpiece series, with 4 recolours for Optimus Prime alone. However, this one is actually a little bit different because instead of being a repaint, it's meant to be an evil Decepticon, or Destron in Japan, clone, and even comes with a Decepticon logo on the chest. We'll just pop the box round now, and hopefully you can see the Japanese writing across the back. That's because this is a Japanese import. Black Rodimus Convoy was an e-hobby exclusive released in late 2011. However, we managed to snag ours from Kapow Toys here in the UK. On the back of the box you can see some of the great fine details that have become synonymous with the Masterpiece series. But that's enough about the box. Let's crack this thing open. And here it is in all its glory. For reference, we'll just bring in the typical Rodimus Prime Masterpiece in show colours. This is the Toys R Us exclusive that was released over here in the UK and is a slightly retooled version of the original Japanese Masterpiece Rodimus. One thing you do notice when they're side by side is that there's slightly more detailing on the black edition. Okay. Let's get rid of that one now, because we're not talking about the good guys today. To be honest, the black repaint is an acquired taste. It reminds us slightly of the very garish Generation 2 Transformers from the 1990s. However, we've grown to like it. The detailing really pops out against the black background. Likewise, the purple weapons look great, picking up the purple colouring on the rest of the figure. Like the majority of Masterpiece models, Rodimus has articulated hand, but there's also a handy, pardon the pun, slot to help him hold the weapon. And here you can see a close-up of that slot. What's more, the guns actually combine into a larger sniper rifle style weapon, which looks really cool when he's holding them in both hands. If you fancy something a bit different, you can slot the hands back up into the arm and replace them with either a saw blade, like you see in the animated movie, or also a blowtorch. Personally, we much prefer him with the guns. Some of the finer details include the option for 2 different faces, either Hot Rod or Rodimus Prime. By pulling down one face, you can replace it with the other. There's also a nifty visor, which looks a bit like a futuristic pair of sunglasses. Finally, there's a hidden section underneath the bonnet, where you can place a tiny matrix of leadership. Personally, we're probably going to keep that in the box because it's the kind of little item that will probably get lost. We're not going to transform Rodimus because, to be honest, the transformation is extremely fiddly, and although the build quality is great, there's also a concern a bit might pop off. Plus there's a problem that because this is a Japanese import, all the instructions are in Japanese, so you might need to watch a video if you're planning to transform him. One of the biggest differences between Rodimus Convoy and the Toys R Us version is that it comes with a trailer, which we'll bring in now. When in his car mode, Rodimus slots in underneath, and there's also a different bonnet that flips out from the undercarriage to make him look a little bit bigger. The trailer also transforms into the mobile offence bay, which is basically a big gun. By pressing a button on the top, it flips open and then you can pose Rodimus inside. And here he is, ready for action. Overall, despite the fact that this repaint is a little pricey, although you have to consider it needs to be imported from Japan before anyone can sell it over here, we think it's a great addition to the Masterpiece range. Almost every time you look, you spot a new area of detailing, and that crazy paint job definitely grows on you. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video review, and we hope to see you again at the Collectors Club of Great Britain.